Hello, hello, hello. It's Sunday, guys. I am so excited to be here with you. You might be excited, I hope, with what I'm going to share. So, today is Lillian's lesson number 5. Can you believe it? We made it to 5 already. And so, today I'm going to be talking to you about the qualities by which to live. Deep topic, I know. I stumbled on this topic because people often ask me about different things that I do that keeps me focused and keeps me calm. And I've been told that I'm just calm. I've been told that it's like nothing bothers me, and that's not really the case. And so I don't want to be misleading in any way. I don't want you to think that everything is gravy over here and that life never happens to me. I am human just like the next person. I wear it differently. And so I wanted to share with each of you the standards in which I live by. And maybe you'll find value in it. Maybe you're already doing it. Maybe you need to sharpen some skills. Forgive the dogs. They wanted to get in on the action today. So if you hear them barking, I don't know what's going on. But nonetheless. So with today, the qualities by which to live. So I like, actually, I love finding things that are just universal wisdoms and applying them to my life, universal wisdoms and truth, and applying them to my life to make me a better version of me. And so it took me a long time to get to this place where I wanted to actually improve myself. And so, improving myself, some qualities started to develop. And so I used these qualities to really gauge for myself how I'm doing just in life in general, right? And so, how am I doing? So, the first quality, and I kind of pose them in statements. You can ask it as a question. There's no like cookie cutter way of doing this, but I really want you to be reflective about these qualities that I'm going to share with you, because I find that the eternal wisdom that's tied to each one of these qualities will really help you to gauge whether or not you're showing up in this world the best way you can. Okay? So bear with me, go along for the ride. So, the first quality that shows up for us is quality number 1, love without a motive. So, if I pose it as a question, it would be, do you love without a motive? Or does your love come with expectations? Does your love come with conditions? Do you only love because you feel like it's beneficial to you, not necessarily beneficial to the other person? And so, just really examining whether or not you're loving with motives attached is going to be so important in order for you to understand why things in the love department, whether it's with your mother, your father, your sibling, your spouse, your partner, whatever, whoever the person is, it helps you determine whether or not you're really conveying the message of love that you want them to know you for. And so quality number 1 is really about, when I say love or I love you, what are the people actually receiving in return? Is it love? The way they perceive it. And so, very important value. It's a quality that we cannot escape. But the next one is quality number 2. Are we content no matter the circumstance? What do I mean by content? Yeah, things go haywire. Yeah, it disrupts our day, week, month, whatever it might be. And I'll give you an idea of what I mean. So, a couple weeks back, I shared that my driver's license was suspended. Well, it's still suspended. Is it unfortunate? Absolutely. I can't leave the house and I have a perfectly good car sitting outside and I can't drive it. I cannot drive it. And so the crazy thing is now that I'm thinking about the freedoms that I surrendered in this process, I mean, it's in the works. Don't get me wrong. I've decided to just be content in this moment, and believe it or not, because I cannot leave my house and I'm unable to commit to all of the things that I usually commit to, I'm getting so much more done. Oh my goodness, I am getting so much more done, to the point where I am now content with the fact that I can't leave the house unless somebody takes me. Not because, life is over because I can't drive. It's simply because the things that I put on the back burner, they are now getting my undivided attention because I have no other reason, because all I have is time. So that's quality number 2. Are you content no matter the circumstances? Quality number 3 is, are you calming and encouraging to others? Meaning, when people are in your presence and something's going on either with them or with you or with the surroundings, are you a calm, encouraging presence, or are you completely just all over the place right along with them? This quality is essential, especially in a crisis, especially when things happen all of a sudden, and that calm is required to move into problem solutions. Why do I say calm is required? Because most people don't realize that when you are activated, when your stress hormones are activated, you either go into fight, flight, or freeze mode. And that doesn't solve anything. You're either going to be ranting and raving, or you're going to want to run from the situation because it's uncomfortable. And so you have to be able to be calm and encouraging to people no matter what's going on. All right. Okay. So the next quality is number 4. When you have to wait, like I'm in this season of waiting right now, waiting for the state that I live in to finally review my paperwork and release my license back to me. So, what am I doing in the waiting? I am developing myself. I'm developing while I wait. I'm reading books. I am getting to catch up on music. I am even working on some projects that have been long waiting my attention. And so I've decided, instead of getting frustrated and calling them every day to say, hey, what's the problem? What's the holdup? I have moved into this space of, what can I get done in this time that I have? And just developing my waiting muscle. And, believe it or not, it feels good to not have to be racing here and racing there in this last 2 weeks of just sitting and being and doing the things that need to be done. What's quality number 5? Quality number 5 is caring and considerate to all. Am I caring and considerate to all? I'm not asking you if they're part of your fraternity or if they're a fan of the same team that you're a part of, or they go to the same church, or, you guys know each other from Little League. I'm not asking you that, because a lot of times we find our cliques, and those are the only people we want to pour into. But this quality is important because when you are caring and considerate to all, it simply means that I have enough to go around. And it's not based off of who you are to me or what you can do for me. It's not based off of whether or not we're networking buddies. It's not based off of anything except I'm human, you're human, and I want to show you some type of care and understanding. Sounds like a tough one, right? It's really not. They're really simple in theory. It's the practice that requires some exercise. So the next quality is quality number 6. Want the best for others. Do you intrinsically want the best for other people? It's not about race, creed, nationality. It's not about any of that. It's not even whether or not they believe what you believe. Do you just have an affinity to want the best for others from all walks of life? Don't have to know them. Do you want the best for them? That one's important because, I hope that somebody wants the best for me. I want the best for me, but it's always nice when someone else locks on with you and says, I really want you to have the best this life has for you. It is an amazing feeling to recognize that this journey we call life is really best lived with others. And it's really fuller when we can take the lens off of ourselves and really ask ourselves, what's holding me back from really living my best life? These qualities, I know they're simple in theory. And some of them you might say, I already do them. Great. great. I'm not taking anything away from you. Just if you're thin in any of these qualities, exercise these muscles. They're great questions to ask yourself. The next one, number 7, is keep your word. Do you mean what you say and say what you mean? Do you show up when you commit to something? Is your word your bond? Because that is so important when people can count on what you say to them, especially when they really just wanted to believe that your word mattered to you. So this is a good measuring stick for us to gauge whether or not we are really walking out what we say we do. Okay, stick with me. A couple more, and then I'll move on. So, quality number 8, are you tough and tender? Meaning, can you control the fact that you are a strong willed, strong, able bodied, minded person, also? But you can also be tender, meaning, my no is my no. And I'm not gonna yell at you and say, no. I'm simply gonna say, no, that's not gonna work for me, right? Finding the right tone, the right pitch, the right delivery to the response that you have to give. Not everything that rubs you the wrong way needs a harsh response. Okay? All right, and so my last one is number 9, disciplined. Ugh. Before this whole being stuck in the house thing happened, I thought I was pretty disciplined until I realized I'm not very disciplined. And I say that because I realized my to do pile of things that I said, I'll do later, I'll do later. And yeah, some of this stuff is pretty dated. Like I was supposed to, write something out for a friend. And I just was like, that's a tough topic. I'll do it later. It's not funny. And my friend already knows I got it to them. I completed it in this season of sitting in the house. However, prior to this eye opening experience of being here in the waiting, I didn't realize how much I was undisciplined in so many different things. Even my exercise level is undisciplined. I'm noticing that. And so, again, these are the qualities that I live by. I'm learning to live by. I am growing in them. Not an expert yet. And so you might be asking, Lillian, where did you get this crazy list of stuff? I told you from the beginning, I love eternal wisdom. Eternal wisdom, it's universal. It's not about what you believe, it's not about what you prefer to wear. It's really about how do you walk out this life in community with others to where you're a blessing and not a hindrance. Well, I don't know about any of you, but I didn't get that playbook. I didn't. I didn't get the love without a motive because to me, love was presented in a way where it was always conditional. I'm doing this because I love you. Well, spankings don't feel so good. Like, I know in some cases they're necessary. However, that didn't feel like love to me. And then being content in all circumstances. Content in all circumstances. No, but I want what I want. And I'm going to let you know I'm not happy. Right? And then calming and encouraging to others. No, that did not used to be me. I was a tornado. Better yet, Tasmanian devil when I was younger, before I got a hold of these principles. And you knew exactly what I felt, when I felt it, and how long I was going to feel it, because I was going to feel it and I wasn't going to let it go. Anybody can sympathize with me, or maybe you're in the same boat. Maybe you were there before, or maybe you're there now. I was not always this person that you see today. And so even in developing in the waiting, I want it and I want it now. I don't want to wait till summer to, sleep in. Or whatever the case might have been as a kid. Lots of reasons why I did not exemplify these qualities. Caring and considerate to all. No, you can't play with my stuff. I don't even like you. That was childhood. It was, if I don't like you, I don't like you. But that wasn't kind. which is it just wasn't. It was just me being a brat. And now I know better. So when you know better, you do better. And so when you want the best for others, no, I'm gonna get mine. You better get yours. At least that was the saying that I grew up with. That was common in society. That was what people said in social circles. It was, I got mine. What you gonna do? And so even those social things that you pick up along the way, it might have been something that was lived out in your family, or something you saw on television, or something you heard in the streets, and you just picked it up because everybody was saying it, everybody was doing it. It doesn't mean that it was creating good qualities in me. It simply means that became the doctrine in which I adopted. And then keep my word. Well, I said I was going to do it, but now I don't feel like it. To me, that used to be applicable. Well, I don't want to do it now. I said, yeah, 3 weeks ago, but today I don't want to. How many of you can say you've been in that boat before, right? So keeping your word is important. And then tough and tender. I was tough, but I was not tender before getting a hold of these qualities. I was like, no, get out of my face. I don't care. I know, for those of you that know this version of Lillian, I'm so glad you didn't encounter the old version of her, because she, meaning me, I was a wrecking ball more than anything. And so I just want to encourage you that if I can go from that version of me to who you see today, and I'm happier and I'm calmer and I smile more and I can love on folks just because I want to, not because I'm expecting anything. Like that transition for me. And there's people that will get a hold of this video and be like, yeah, I used to know that old her. She was not nice. And so then the last one, just being disciplined. What I'm learning in this season now is that discipline, it doesn't have to be laborious. Discipline, once you develop it, it creates motivation. When you consistently do something, like I am consistently knocking out tasks every day, I'm consistently knocking out something, and I'm getting motivated to want to do even more. Now I'm switching from, oh, I got all this stuff to do, I'll do it later, to, oh my goodness, I've completed all this stuff. What else can I do? And it's unlocking my creativity. It's unlocking my desire to want to make a difference in the world that I live in, just by sharing the nuggets of wisdom that I've learned the hard way, learned in passing, or it has been passed on to me intentionally. These values, these qualities have shifted my life in such an amazing way. I get to meet people just by being all of these qualities. Some need more work than others, but all of these qualities I work on every day. Not because people deserve, because they treated me so well. No. When I walk out these qualities that I'm looking at, this list that I've created, when I walk them out, I don't ever have to go and say, I'm sorry for what I did yesterday in haste, or what I did 5 minutes ago in anger, because I'm always considering the other person. I'm always considering myself also, because in considering the other person, I have to first acknowledge that I myself need to shift. And so I really enjoy the fact that as I get to know me, it opens me up to just really love you for who you are in this very moment, and just hold hope for when you get to the best version of you, whenever you decide to get there, right? And so I'm going to circle back to my question, Lillian, where you get all this stuff from? Because you're just talking. I'm not just talking. I got something for y'all, really. So for those of you that know, I'm a person of faith. And so although this is not about anything except wisdom in this moment, for those of you that are Bible scholars, I hope you caught on. I really do. And I hope you caught on, because this is the gauge that I use when I'm listening. It's the gauge I use when I am paying attention to people. These qualities are how I am able to see where you are and just love the fact that you have so much potential. Like, so I'm going to make the big reveal. Where did I get this eternal wisdom? I got it from Galatians 5, verses 22, 23. Fruits of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self control. So, quality number one that I gave you: love without a motive. That's love. Quality number two: content no matter the circumstances. That's joy. Having joy no matter what. The third one: calming and encouraging to others. That's peace. Having that internal peace that you give people permission to be encouraged and calmed. Number four: developing while waiting. That's patience. Number five: caring and considerate to all. What do you think that is? You got it. Kindness. And then what do we have next? Number six: what you want the best for others. Goodness. Seven: keep my word. Faithfulness. Eight: tough and tender. I know. That is gentleness. And then the last one, self control, is also disciplined. So recognize that we can find eternal wisdoms anywhere. You don't have to be a follower of Christ. You don't have to be a Christian. You don't have to be, any of those labels that we put on ourselves in order to capitalize on eternal wisdoms that are out there. And because most of us did not come with a playbook. Well, I don't know anyone that came with a playbook, at least not the people I know, that tells us that these qualities will take you very far in life. These qualities will help you to maintain a happy existence. These qualities will allow you to not have to worry about atoning for wrongs done. These qualities will keep you out of the fire of things you've done. It won't control anybody else. However, it will set the stage for one of my favorite sayings of all time: I have wronged no man. And that's Paul from the New Testament. And he says that because they was like, aren't you the one that did? And aren't you the one that said? And aren't you? And he's like, I have wronged no man. And so what he was saying is, in this newness, in these new skills, in these new qualities, I haven't done anything since I've adopted these. And so for all of you that knew me back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore, but some days I wish I was a kid again. I hope, yeah, that's a song. I hope and pray that I did not scar you in any way. Just know I am not that old version of me. I am this version of me, and I please forgive me for any wrong I've done, because that was me in my ignorance, not knowing that there's a way to go and be and do in this life that just adds value to people and it does not take away from them. And so please forgive me if I have done or said anything that was hurtful or harmful to you. And just know that I've done the work and I'm better today. Okay. So as you guys go on to enjoy the rest of your evening on this Sunday afternoon, I will make sure that you are in my prayers. I will make sure that I am really just thinking about the best things for you. And I will consider what lesson to share next week. I just wanted to share these qualities with you because I'm just looking around and I see so many hurting people. And sometimes it's just because we don't have a guidebook. And these qualities will help guide you in how you are with you as well as others. So take them, use them, and remember that there are some standards that are worth living. If you enjoyed this, just comment. I would say subscribe, but I haven't put this on my YouTube channel yet. I will say follow my public image page. I will only be posting these lessons and the love letters on my public image page from now on. And if you just want to just follow what I'm doing and what I'm up to, you can go to my website, lillianljackson.com. And just know that this week is about to start and there's limitless possibilities before you. So go forth and do great things. I hope and pray that this lesson adds value to you. And I hope and pray that any lessons coming forward will be just as good. So I thank you for your time. Thank you for tuning in. Be blessed, be amazing. And until next week, talk to you soon.